it may be many, many years before we can travel overseas to places that are riddled with disease, such as the United States of America. Apparently, the greatest superpower the world has ever known. Welcome back to Talking with Jazz with your host, Big Daddy. Today is not so much a travel story as a kind of cautionary tale. I mean, I do think that travel is important. It broadens the mind, apparently. We just might not ever do it again, which might mean we have very narrow minds from now on. Unless you want to go to Dramana or Swan Hill. Who'd want to do that? Anyway, here's the options. This is part of my travel story or cautionary tale. Everybody's heard of Route 66. Apparently that's where you get your kicks. Well, you do, if you do it right. And I don't really like the idea of, doing a kind of tour thing. But that's okay. I'm not even into travel. But I had to do it. It was a thing. Anyway, I didn't research it terribly well, but I was going to do Route 66 with my son as a kind of father and son thing. Well, I did do it. But there was one small problem. Route 66 goes from Chicago to Los Angeles. I mean, I made the bold assumption that it would also go from Los Angeles to Chicago. Because it makes sense if you're in Australia to fly into Los Angeles and then go to Chicago, doesn't it? Well, I found out about halfway along Route 66, along with finding out that there actually wasn't much of Route 66 left. In fact, most of it's just dirt road and so on now, and you can't drive on it, particularly in a rental car. But I found out halfway that you should not go from Los Angeles to Chicago. The reason being is because the freeway. The freeway, which was once a highway, has put all the attractions on the side of the road. That is, if you are travelling from Chicago to Los Angeles. So, attractions, I mean, a lot of them were pretty damn awful. Like the world's biggest knife shop. I didn't bother, even if I did see 20 or 30 signs on the way towards the world's biggest knife shop. I just thought that sounds stupid. I did, however, go and see the big crater. I thought that would be good. It's a big crater, and sure enough, it was a big crater. Meteorite crater it's called. Anyway, we had to cross the road to do that. We had to, double back kind of thing through the freeway. And a lot of other sort of silly things like the sort of more corny and kitsch elements of the Route 66, which, they're not that great, but you kind of, like if you're driving past them on a freeway at whatever it is, 65 kilometres an hour, 65 miles an hour, on the wrong side of the freeway, you tend to just skip past them. So, if you ever get a chance to travel again, and if you ever get the urge to go on Route 66, because for some reason you think you're going to get your kicks there, make sure you go from Chicago to LA. And why don't you have a great day?